Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your November reading. And I have started with your overall energy here, the High Priestess. And this is describing your own reflection and inquiry into the reflection of events and activities from your past. This can include your past lives, the past lives you experienced through your ancestors in particular. The ancestors are coming through very strongly here, that you are guided by an entire team, a council. Although many of the council members are ancestors, there are many other guides that exist on this team that actively communicates with you through your dreams, through your meditations, through your prayers, through your memory, in whatever form that is. Underneath the deck is the Moon card. Whoa. So I do feel your sense of extreme sensitivity and vision, clarity, awakening through a time that is generally associated as part of the harvest season, the thinning of the veil between worlds. And this is an acknowledgement of not only Halloween, Day of the Dead, Samhain, some of the experiences we have in the Northern Hemisphere, in the U.S. in particular, but all cultural harvest festival celebrations are part of this welcoming in of the turning of the light, which culminates again towards the winter solstice. So these presence, this awareness on your part, this ability to actually embody transitions and transformations that occur between life and death, and in regard to other worlds, other spheres of activities, other levels of sentient beings, are part of an entire force that surrounds you, that you're in active communication with. I'm going to pull an oracle card towards the end and start with the 10th house, the 10th house being your social identity, the way others see you, your social goals. The Magician card is really clear about your manifesting the past, the guidance that you're experiencing, receiving as part of your conscious awareness and articulation. So you may, in some setting, be speaking to the values that you are experiencing in your own sacred space. And somehow you are moved, motivated, or inspired by these values, these experiences, and you're able to intervene in some significant way in a direction that you're building. You may be building something at a communal level, a means of communication with others that is directly channeled towards this higher consciousness, this greater awareness. In the first house, your approach, your attitude is one of openness to learning about the company you find yourself among. And this company again refers to your ancestors, your past relatives, those that paved the way for you as an individual, including cultural, social heroes, historical heroes, that provide us with a model of courageous behavior. You are open to this. I do believe as you're stepping into some greater role of outreach or community, you recognize that you are in a new level, at a different level, and that you're open to learning more about the work that you have been stepping forward to complete, to share with others, to intervene. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your soul and foundation, the judgment card really speaks to this sense of calling and purpose that you are recognizing comes from your past, comes from your history, is embedded in your story. So there's something here about the reflection that is directing your research, your outreach, your communication is from where you're recognizing you are called, you have been called. Perhaps there were others in the body of ancestors that are actively guiding you, that you are actively seeking communication with, that you're channeling their presence somehow in a way that is appropriate to this particular social moment. And this is about transforming some social environment for you. The planet Pluto is right here on the Judgment card. This is about complete destruction of what is no longer of use or value or service, and a complete reconnection and resourcefulness from within. In the seventh house, your significant others, the Hermit card. It's a lot of major arcana here on the table, and so I'm understanding the need for this phenomenal burst of energy, enthusiasm, excitement, as you recognize that you're moving onto a new level of uh, communication and influence. The Hermit is really the way in which you, in collaboration with partners, colleagues, friends, are putting together uh, a project. The authority of the project is where your concern is. Your authenticity is your honesty and clarity about your expertise or lack thereof, but that you speak from the authority of your own experience. And this is important because you're performing the teaching role of the hermit in this new iteration, where you are learning, sharing what you have learned as a necessary part of completing the way your authority, your personal authority, impacts on the world and models the autonomy for others who are unsure, who are following the lead of our authorities, our leaders, and need to understand that that authority ultimately comes from within. I'm going to clarify these cards with the shadow work deck. Again, a nod to the season we're in, this beautiful harvest season, full of activity, social activity, and I think a renewed awareness or a new awareness, a refreshed awareness of the phenomenal resources and courage that is available to us during these times. And I'll pull at least one oracle card towards the end. I'm going to start with the first house. Oh, if you find that this reading resonates for you, Aries, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you for all the support you give me. In the first house, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Tower. Interesting, because this speaks to your personal, powerful intuition. This is the energy of revolution and disruption, breaking down, clarifying the breakdown of the institutions, relationships, authorities that no longer serve or protect the social body. And that clarity is coming through the destruction of common mechanisms of support that we have come to expect and enjoy. So as those cave, as the social actors on the stage of our political lives reveal the hollowness of their command and control. This gives you the clarity needed that many of us see is needed in stepping forward to create the influence or impact that we're capable of. So this is a beautiful augur of recognizing the blessings, the many blessings in what can be easily construed to be a social disaster, social chaos, social violence. And you're seeing the openings that exist in that environment. It is not as omnipresent as or omnipowerful as it appears to be. The Judgment card in the fourth house is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm getting very strongly here that you are independent, regardless of your status, regardless of your family story. You are fully capable of standing on your own 2 feet, of telling your own story, of having your own experience within the context of a community or relationships. And this is important because as a model to others with the power of potential influence, you want to communicate that your authority comes from, your authority is actually empowered by your independence, so that you can make the decisions that are right for you, that you believe are right for others, because of your independence. You have your ability to be, to maintain your integrity, to promote an integrated sense of what you believe is right for you and how that can impact your community or the collective. The Hermit card in the seventh house is clarified by the Two of Wands. And this talks very clearly about the way in which you are using this ability to search within yourself, to challenge your own assumptions as part of a plan that you're developing. And this plan is around the way that you're articulating and impacting this community through your words, through your communications, through the stories that you're telling. These stories that are authored authentically by you, honestly put forward. And this is about the way that you have come to learn what you've learned from your past, and you're able to project the greater need in the world in ways that you can answer that beyond what is familiar or comfortable to you. So you're willing to be uncomfortable now in order to do the work that you feel called to do. In the 10th house, the Magician is clarified by the Three of Wands. So this is you actually setting up this new story, this new vehicle, this new business that allows you to understand that your presentation of ideas, that the facilitation of ideas, that the connection and networking with others, the way in which you are lining up resources and collaborations is part of the way that you are building up this vehicle that will allow you and others to share authentic stories, to contribute to the ultimate well-being of the community through counter stories. Um, uh, and that I am calling as stories that argue against the status quo, certainly argue against the sense of authoritarianism that we're experiencing, that the sense of democracy and civil obedience require us to recognize when power is imbalanced, and you're looking for ways to empower not just yourself but others to have an impact on that counter narrative. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle to finish up this reading, and those are a couple. I'm not going to take them. Let's start again. I hope this reading has been insightful for you. And these cards are pulled over. I'm going to take Ruby. And the Ruby mantra reads, "Shine. It is time for me to shine." I love this, Aries. Thank you so much for your likes and your subscribes. If you enjoy this content, check out more content here. And until next time, namaste.